online. We are working on lots of shouldery stuff today. Shoulders, upper back, neck, working into twists. I'll give you lots of options as we go. Choose the right one for you and the right one for your body today. Work around any injuries as you need to. And we'll make a start. So just find a comfortable seat to start with. You could be kneeling, sitting, you can slouch if you need to. But we're just going to take a moment to arrive as we always do. So nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Again, inhale and release. Last one, inhale and release. Closing the eyes down if you haven't already. So just taking a moment to check in with yourself, observing your general mood today. Yoga is a mind-body practice, so it's thinking about what's going on internally, not trying to change it, just observing. And bringing your attention to your body. Just getting a general sense of how the body's feeling today. Sense of heaviness, lightness, restlessness. I'm not going to do a body scan as we normally do, but just generally getting a sense of that whole picture. And now bringing your attention to your breath. Not trying to breathe in any special way. Again, just observing what's going on here for you, noticing where you feel the breath. And starting to count the breath now. So on the next inhale, counting 1. Exhale 2. Inhale 3. And keep going until you get to 10. And once you've got to 10, just releasing any focus on the breath. And bringing your attention back to your body once more. Starting to find some little micro movements here. Maybe wriggling fingers and toes. Rolling neck, anything you feel your body needs, and blinking the eyes open if you haven't already. Yeah, let's all do some neck rolls. So take your left ear to your left shoulder and start to roll chin down towards chest and keep that circle going, left ear to left shoulder. Good, just working your way forward and back. Hanging out in any areas that feel particularly tense, just to stretch out. Don't force the stretch. Just shaking off a hard-working week. Good. So we always work shoulders, upper back and neck together because this area is just so connected. We've got our ribs connecting our spine, connecting our shoulders. So when we're tight, everything just goes like this. So hopefully by the end of the day, you'll feel like you've had a big sports massage. Reach your arms out to the side, over to the left, put that hand down and reach right arm overhead. Find length inside of the body, breathe into that space. Inhale, lift. Exhale down the other way. Excuse me. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. One more each side. And up and down the other way. And coming back up to the middle. Reach your hands out in front. Do some big wrist circles. And let's go the other way. Expand fingers as far apart as they'll go and make a big fist. Again, reach, reach, reach. And that's good. A couple more of those. And then linking those fingers together. Pull your hands away, pull your shoulder blades apart, arch into the upper back, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone. Seated cat. On the next exhale, separate those fingers, take hands behind and lift your heart to the sky, squeezing shoulder blades together. Try to pull your shoulders away from your ears. Today is all about finding space. Good. Inhale, lift, reach, arch. And taking that the other way, hands behind, heart lifts. And coming back up. Some little twists, taking right hand to the outside of left knee, left hand goes behind, looking over that left shoulder. Try to keep spine nice and tall now, chin tucked. Like we're just rotating around that central line, that central core. Good. On the next inhale, lift hands, float them around and take that the other direction. Looking over right shoulder. Inhale, lift, one more each side. Exhale. And last one the other way. Inhale, exhale. Good. Okay, coming back to the middle, rolling forwards onto hands and knees into tabletop. A little swig of tea. Obviously, it's not quite so boiling today, but it goes without saying, stop anytime you need to grab a drink, take a rest, make it your own. So we've already done some cat cows, but let's do some thread needles. So inhale, right hand lifts, follow it with your gaze. Just take a moment here to stretch into the front of your pecs, your shoulder. And on the next exhale, threading hand through that gap, taking head towards the ground. Don't worry if it doesn't touch the ground, but looking towards that outstretched left hand. I'm working with a little bind here, lifting your left hand towards the sky. Yeah, internally rotate and take that hand behind your back towards your inner right thigh. Yeah, good. Feeling that shoulder open, so looking towards right hand. Good. Reach that left hand once more, pop it down on the mat, push the ground away and right back to sky. Again, just taking a moment here to stretch, maybe working with that finger extension we've been doing. So pulling fingers back towards forearm to get that nice stretch down the front of the arm. Good. Pop that hand down. Let's take that to the left. Left arm lifts. Take a moment, create the space, breathe into the space. Exhale, threading hand through that gap. Head down towards mat. Right arm lifts. Internally rotates. That's it. Taking hand towards inner left. Don't worry if you're nowhere near, just the intention of going in that direction. Good, right arm lifts once more. Pop it on the ground, push the ground away and take left back to sky. Maybe adding in that little wrist finger extension here. Good, and popping that hand back down. Hips back to heels, arms stretching out in front, extended child's pose. Okay, lifting hips, bringing weight into hands, tuck the toes under and make your way into your first downward dog. Finding movement here, pedaling out knees, swaying into hips. Nice deep bend in your knees. Really focus on sending tailbone high. Yeah, good. Okay, looking to hands now and stepping feet to the front of the mat. Halfway lift and fold. Pushing all the way up to stand, arms overhead and float down. Good. Okay, coming to the front of your mat, working into our first salutation, adapted salutation. So big toes touching, rest of toes fanning out. Grow tall from here, finding strength in this mountain pose. Arms out to side, spreading fingers wide. And think about setting your shoulder blades back and down like you're tucking them into back pockets. Yeah, good. Strong posture. Okay, inhale, arms overhead, look to hands. Exhale, fold to right. Inhale up and exhale down to left. Good, and up. Exhale, fold, bend at the knees and just drape down over bent knees. Good, just take a minute here. Releasing the head, not trying to look up, looking towards toes. Good. Halfway lift, bringing hands to shins or knees if you need to. Whatever you need to achieve a flat back posture here. Fold once more. And we're coming up to stand, so push the ground away, arms overhead, and floating them back down. Okay, we'll take this onto the mat. Inhale, arms lift. Let's add in that side bend down to the right. And up and down to the left. Good. Floating, folding, just draping over bent knees. Inhale, halfway lift and fold. Bringing your hands to the mat and take right foot, left foot back to the high plank. Now, adding in here a scapular push-up, which is an odd little movement, but keeping those elbows straight. You can do this with knees down as well, by the way. Keeping those elbows straight. See if you can sink your chest between your shoulders and then push the ground away. So we're pulling shoulder blades apart and sinking them down. Yeah, good. 3 of those. Yeah, well done. Okay, good. Bring knees down and rolling all the way down to tummy. Keep hands exactly as they are. Make your way into a little cobra. Squeeze elbows together, pull shoulder blades apart. Good, release. Push onto knees and make your way into downward dog once more. Yes. Holding for 5 breaths here. 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Right leg lifts nice and high. Give me a knee to nose. So bring that knee to the nose, weight into the hands, and then push straight back up. Good. And now bring that foot between hands at the front of the mat. Don't worry if you need to hoik it a couple of times there. Just come down onto the back knee for this first one. And you can bring your hands onto your front knee just to allow that hip to settle as we visit this posture for the first time. But if you feel ready, complete that by bringing arms overhead, crescent lunge. We work with this posture a lot. It's lovely to transition between postures. Not going to hold it too long though. Pulling elbows down towards the ground, cactus arms. Spread those fingers wide again and squeeze shoulder blades together. Shoulders away from ears. Good. Opening heart to the sky. Yes. Okay. Twisting now, sending left hand forward, right arm backwards, looking over right shoulder. Yeah, so straight arms now. That's it. Keeping that twist, look towards the front hand. We're reversing it. So back hand down the back leg. Left arm lifted. Good. And then we're going to windmill that twist. So taking left hand down to the right, inside of the right foot, right arm lifts. Good. Looking towards that top hand. Fantastic. Bring right hand down, framing that front foot. Tuck the back toe under and see if you can send that right leg high once more. Good. Pop it down. Left leg lifts. Give me a knee to nose. Pushing back up. Foot between hands at the front of the mat. Come down onto the back knee. Again, just bring your hands onto the front knee just while your body settles here. And then reaching arms overhead for the crescent. So on our next go through this, we'll work into a high lunge, but know that you can always come to the low lunge. Know your options. Draw elbows down, open chest to sky. Good, send right hand forward, left arm backwards. Looking over that left shoulder. Reverse that twist, so looking to front hand, reverse the twist. Yes. And windmilling that twist down, so right hand on the inside of left foot, left hand reaches high. Left hand down, frame that front foot, tuck the back toe under, see if we can send that left foot straight to the sky. And pop it down. Good, looking to hands and stepping or hopping feet to the front of the mat. Halfway lift, fold, and pushing all the way back up to stand. Good. Okay, again, inhale, arms lift. Side bend right. Inhale up, side bend left. And up, floating down, bent knees. Halfway lift. Maybe we can have hands a little bit lower now as hamstrings are warming up. Exhale, release, hands to mat, right foot, left foot back to the high plank. 3 scapular push-ups. 1, 2, ooh, do it well. 3. Good, knees, chest, chin, or you can chaturanga all the way down, finding cobra, or working into up dog if you want to. I won't be doing that today, but if you want to tuck back toes under, bring your weight over your hands, then you can. Good. And pushing onto knees or making your way straight back to the downward dog. Good. Holding for 5 breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right leg lifts. No need to nose this time. Just bring that foot straight between hands at the front of the mat. So coming onto the back knee or keeping that knee high and taking that into the high lunge. Yes. Good. Draw elbows down. Whoever's taking the option. And sending left hand forward, right hand back. Looking over right shoulder. Finding that stability. This more challenging variation. Keep arms as they are, look to front hand. Reverse it. And windmill arms down, left hand on the inside of right foot, right hand lifts. Good. Right hand comes down to frame that front foot, and we're sending right foot high once more. Good. Pop it down. Left leg lifts. Foot between hands at the front of the mat, low or high lunge. And we're on the toes of that back foot. Dynamic posture this, drawing elbows down, opening up that chest, squeezing shoulder blades together. Good, right hand forward, left hand back, looking over the left shoulder. I know, it's a wobbly one. You've got it. Keeping arms as they are, looking towards that front hand, reverse it. I'm not to forget this time. And windmill those arms down, right hand on the inside of left, left hand lifts. Good, popping that hand down to frame the front foot, sending that left foot high, good. Pop foot down, looking to hands and stepping or maybe hopping to the front of the mat. Halfway lift, fold, pushing all the way up to stand. And float down. Well done. Finding a bit of stillness now. Take right foot backwards, prepping for our triangle pose. So spreading arms nice and wide. Yeah, grab a drink if you need to. And reaching left arm forward until it lands on the front of the left leg, or you can push it back of your hand into the inside of that left. Good. Right arm reaches. And we're going to start to circle this top arm. So start to reach hands to the back leg, making a big circle, maybe skimming those fingers along the mat as you reach forwards and coming back to the top position. And 2, second circle. Good. Last one, 3. Reaching as far as you can at all times to draw the biggest circle you can. Right arm lifts, internally rotate that right hand and taking hand behind back towards the inside of left thigh. Again, don't worry if it's nowhere near, just the intention of going in that direction. Peel right shoulder open. You've got it. Straightening into the front knee as much as you can. Good. Okay, right hand lifts once more, looking down to front foot and pushing all the way back up to stand. Take it into the reverse triangle. And coming back up to the middle position. Bend into your front knee, warrior 2. And taking that front forearm down onto the front knee, bringing right hand overhead for our side angle pose. So you can stay here if you want, or you can take that left hand down to the ground or to a block. And maybe trying the bind if you want to. So that's where we take our left arm underneath left thigh, tucking it behind our left hip, and right hand's going behind back and seeing if we can join those fingers up. Ooh, good binds. Okay, carefully unbinding back the way you came and pushing all the way up to stand. I was going to work into the twisted side angle, but we're kind of already doing that in our sun cell. So coming up, right toes out, left toes in, facing the back of the room. Good. And reaching that right hand forward into the front facing triangle. Left arm lifts. Yeah, good. Reaching it high to the sky. And making those big circles. So sending hand backwards, skimming along the mat, reaching forwards, big circles, yes. And 2. Slowly does it, and 3. And on that last one, internally rotating that arm, taking it behind the back towards the inside of the right thigh, or thereabouts, that's it. Heel that left shoulder open now. Good. Okay, reaching left hand to the sky once more, looking down to front foot. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reverse the triangle. Yeah, that's it. Looking great online. Straighten into that front knee. Nice. Okay, inhale, lift back to the top, bend into the front knee, warrior 2. Top tip here, if you bend that front knee a bit more, if you've got any more to give, it's really going to help you in the side angle. Yeah, nice. Okay, so let's bring that front forearm down onto the front knee, left arm overhead. Take your time setting it up. So if you then want to progress it, you can take that right hand down to the mat or to a block. And indeed, finding that bind if you want to. Again, bending that front knee will really help if you're not quite at the bind, nearly at the bind. That's it. Lovely little variations. Okay, and slowly making your way back out of that, coming to the front of the mat. Working into a balanced posture now. So last week we were doing hand to foot posture. We're going to do a twisted hand to foot posture as per our theme. So starting with your hands on your waist, I'll show you your options first. So option number 1 is we lift the right knee. We take left hand to the outside of that right knee. Find your focus point. If you feel you've got enough balance, see if you can take right hand behind. Again, if you feel you've got the balance, maybe look into that back hand. It's a challenging one. If you want to do all this with a long leg or a half long leg, then you can. Okay? Choose your options. So hands onto waist. And let's just start by lifting that right knee. Don't rush balance postures. Point that toe as well. That can help bring a bit of structure. Taking left hand to the outside of right knee, or indeed grabbing hold of that foot if you are up for the extra challenge today. When you're ready, taking right hand behind. And my tip here, if you are going to look behind, is to scan your eyes along the ground, because it's not going to move. And slowly coming back to the front. Great focus. It's a bugger, this posture, but it's good to practice. So once again, hands to waist. Let's start by lifting left knee and taking right hand to the outside of that knee, or indeed that foot. Take your time here, and then take the left hand back. And maybe then looking towards that back hand. And slowly coming back forward. I don't think anyone was going to fall then. I normally wait for 2 or 3 of you to go and bring you out of it. Right, come back to the front of your mat. Big toes touching. Let's revisit our sun cell, adding in an additional extra thing. So inhale, arms overhead, look to hands, exhale, side bend to right. And up and to left. Good, inhale, exhale, release. Halfway lift. Hands to mat, stepping or hopping feet back to the high plank. 3 scapular push-ups. 1, 2, 3. Good. Knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Making your way into cobra or up dog. And into the down dog. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right leg lifts. Foot between hands at the front of the mat, low or high lunge. Arms lifting. And straight away, we're going to pull those elbows down, open that heart, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Maybe this feels a lot more open than the first couple of times we did it. And let's send left hand forward, right hand back, looking over right shoulder. Good. Keep those arms exactly as they are as you gaze to the front. Hands taking left. Oh, sorry, I forgot the reverse. That's just keeping you on your toes. Reverse it. And inhale, lift, reverse, windmill down. Left hand on the inside of right, right hand lifts. Good. Okay, optional extra today. Start to straighten into that front leg a little bit. Bring the left hand forwards a bit more and see if you can transition into a twisted half moon. It's an awkward posture, but why not give it a go on our day of twists? Still looking over the right shoulder if you can. Okay, and be brave. Send that left foot straight back down with control, framing the right foot and sending right foot high once more. Oh, you okay? Was that the water bottle or your head? Oh, thank God. You can just see the incident form filling in itself. Right, back to the down dog. That's it. Take a breath here. Left leg lifts. Good. Foot between hands at the front of the mat. High or low lunge. It's fine to switch between, even if you've done one. If you've done high before, you can do low this time. Pulling those elbows down, opening heart. And sending right hand forward, left hand back, looking over left shoulder. Arms stay as they are, looking to the front hand. Reverse it. Why I keep forgetting that? It's only the 3rd time I've done it this week. Inhale, lift and windmill arms down. Right hand on the inside of left foot. Left arm lifts. And working into that tricky transition. So starting to straighten that left leg a little bit first. Bring the right hand forward and seeing if we can take flight with that back leg. Lifting it for a twisted half moon. Oh, you do it so well. Be brave, send that right foot straight back. Left hand comes down, framing left foot and sending the left high once more. Good, pop it down. Looking to hands and stepping or hopping feet to the front of the mat. Halfway left. Fold. And pushing all the way up to stand. Floating arms down. Good. Take right foot wide along the mat, facing the long edge. Yeah, grab a drink, hydrate. Ooh, grateful for these fans. Hands onto waist. Good, inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, fold. Bringing hands to mat or grabbing a pair of blocks. Okay, halfway lift. Keep left hand down, reach right hand to sky. Twisted, fold, good. And we've been working with this internal rotation variation. So internally rotating right hand, taking it towards the inside of the left thigh. Good, keep that right shoulder peeled open. And option to also take left hand to the outside of right ankle or right knee. Keep spine long. Lovely online. Okay, coming out the way we've come back in. So left hand back to the middle of the mat, right arm reaches and popping that right hand down. Right hand stays down, left reaches. Internally rotate that arm, take it towards the inside of the right thigh. Good, keep spine long, looking over that shoulder if you can, and taking right hand to the outside of left ankle. Good, keep spine long, keep saying that. Good. And untwisting the way we came back in, so right hand comes back to the mat, left arm lifts, popping that hand down. Good. So hands to mat or again to blocks, bend into the right knee. And over to the left. Over to the right once more. Staying in that side bend or working your way into Skandasana. If you like a Skandasana, which I know so many of you do, you can bring hands to prayer. And maybe as we're working with twists, we take this open twist variation. So right hand comes on the inside of right knee, pushing it away, popping the hand down, left hand reaches. Or any variation of that you want to do. You can take a bind here if you want to. Struggle with that. Okay, and bringing hands to mat, taking that over the other side. Side bend or Skandasana. Starting with hands in prayer, and then perhaps opening those arms for the open twist. Create that space. Hands back to prayer and coming back to the middle. Good, so in that wide leg fold, halfway lift once more. Inhale. Exhale, walking hands underneath your body. Good, using blocks here if you need to. And we're aiming to gaze towards the belly button. Make sure your fingers are pointing the same direction as your toes. This looks good. I think we're taking it a bit far. Bring hands here and see if you can get, oh, no, sorry. So, yeah, see if you can get hands flat. That's it, yeah. And then see if you can bend into the elbows. And imagine you're squeezing a beach ball here. Yeah, good. You feel how much more strength that gives it. See if you can tip weight into the toes just a little bit. Nice. And the way to progress the bend is to fold elbows more, so you're getting to 90 degrees eventually. Good, Rosa. Okay, starting to walk hands back out. Halfway lift once more. Slowly with this one, because it's warm, we'll get head rushes. Bring hands to waist. And slowly, slowly lifting all the way to stand. Second variation, take hands behind back, gripping those fingers, reach heart to sky. You can also take forearms over each other if you prefer, or do any other variation if you prefer. So inhale, heart lift. Exhale, fold. Seeing if we can bring those bound arms over the top of our head and onto the floor. Oh, I'm joking. Some people can, I can't. Very impressive. One day. A few more breaths. I won't keep you here forever in this one. Okay, and slowly, slowly coming all the way up. And I do mean slowly, because everyone gets head rush in this posture. Take a moment, grab a drink. I'm going to grab a drink. Okay. And then last sun cell. down to the mat for a bit of floor work. So we know what we're doing. Back to the front of our mat, big toes touching, rest of toes fanning. Inhale, arms lift, follow with your gaze. Exhale, side bend. Ooh, that feels easier than at the start. Inhale, exhale down to the left. And fold. Halfway lift, flat back. Hands to mat, stepping or hopping feet back to the high plank. 3 scapular push-ups. 1, 2, and 3. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, cobra, or up dog. Making your way into the down dog, however you want to get there. Holding for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right leg lifts. Foot between hands, low or high lunge. Straight away, pulling those elbows down, keeping heart open, and sending left forward, right back. Gazing to the front arm, not going to forget it this time, reverse. Windmilling arms down, left hand on the inside of right, right arm reaches. Of course, you can stay here if you don't want to do the twisted moon, but otherwise just straightening into that front leg a little bit, taking left hand forwards and seeing if you can take flight on the back leg. Yeah. Reaching left foot back once more, framing right foot and sending right leg high. That's it, good, pop it down. Left leg lifts. Foot between hands, low or high lunge. Find your stability, draw elbows down. Yeah. Keeping that chest open, right hand forward, left hand back, looking over left shoulder. Bend into that front knee. Good, arms stay as they are, looking to front hand reverse. And lifting, windmill, right hand on the inside of left foot. Left arm lifts, yes. Look down to the ground first. Start to straighten into that front knee. Stepping the right hand forwards. Lift off with that back leg. Good, be brave. Reach right foot back. Framing the front foot with both hands. Sending left foot high. Pop it down. Knees down. And coming into a child's pose of your choice. Well done. Feeling the energy. Done so well. Always twice as hard in this heat. Okay, lifting into tabletop now. Just as we did at the start. And we're going to take right arm forwards, working into tiger pose, sorry. So reaching right hand forwards, left hand back. Find that length first. You can stay here or work into tiger. So bending into the back knee, grabbing hold of it with your right foot, looking over that right shoulder. Maybe, just maybe, this feels a little bit easier than usual because of all the shoulder stuff we've done. Push the foot into the hands to see if you can get more lift. Lift, 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 lift. That's it. Good. And reset. So right arm forward, left back. And let's take that the other side. So left arm reaches, right foot back. Finding that length first, making sure hips are level with the ground. And if we want to, bending into back knee, grabbing a hold with the left hand and looking over left shoulder. That force between the hand and foot will help lift you a little bit more. Nice tigers. Resetting, reaching right foot back, left hand forwards, hand down, knee down, back into child's pose. Just for a second. Yeah, good. And I promise we're on the wind down now. So lifting back up, bring your feet out in front of you. Let's work into the cobblers, actually. I think it'd be nice tonic for all the back bendy, twisty stuff. So bring feet together, up towards your groin, holding with your hands. Just a nice relaxed one. So draw tall, inhale, and then fold. And just allow your head to go towards feet. Okay, and coming all the way back up. One more twist, penultimate twist to work into before we go down onto the mat. So bring your right foot to left knee level. Make sure that left foot is nice and active. Hold onto the right foot and draw spine tall. We're working into Asana. So inhale, and as you exhale, see if we can twist, take right hand behind, and we can take left elbow to the outside of right knee, or we can just hold with our left hand. And from here, if you want to work into bind or prayer or any variations you know, then you can. I'm going to stay with this first option today. Oh, nice. Good. Keep spine tall. And slowly coming back to the front. Keep that right knee bent. Take left hand behind, seeing if you can push the ground away, reach up for wild thing. Just very briefly. Yes. Lift, lift, lift those hips. Don't worry if it's not happening. And coming back down. Well done. Let's take that the other side. So left knee bends, coming to right knee level. Hold on with your hand. Draw tall. Inhale. Exhale. Take left behind. Right hand to the outside of left knee or elbow pushes. Seeing if we can maybe find prayer or just keeping hands as they are or binding. Oh, nice. Okay, coming back to the middle. Keeping legs exactly as they are. Take right hand behind, so fingers pointing away. And we're really pushing through this foot and squeezing glutes as we lift hips up. Left arm overhead. Wild thing. Point those right toes. You've got this. That's it. And coming back down. Well done. Come and have a lay on your back. Hug knees into chest. And just rocking side to side to massage out that low back. Properly on the wind down now. So take hands out to the side. Let your knees drop over to the right. Looking over left shoulder. Because we've been working with so much twist, if you want to cross left knee over right, and that's quite a nice variation here. Coming up to the middle and taking that over to the left, looking over right shoulder. You'll work so hard. Well done. And coming back up to the middle now. Preparing for Savasana, nothing left to do. And of course, you can take any variation you want of Savasana, but because we've been working so much shoulders today, we could do our traditional posture. So that's where we take feet out to the width of the mat and just let hips, legs roll out to the side. And take up space, bring your hands out from your body, about a 45-degree angle. Lightly squeeze your shoulder blades together and just notice how that allows your shoulders to relax a little bit more. Take a nice deep breath in, fill those lungs. Exhale with a big sigh. One more, inhale and release. Enjoy your rest. And slowly starting to come back now. Wiggling fingers and toes. Slowly roll your head side to side. Take a big overhead stretch. And have one final hug of those knees into chest. Rolling onto your right side. And in your own time, coming to sit back up. Welcome back. Really well done, everyone. Worked so hard today. Thanks for coming. Thanks for bringing your wonderful energy. I'll be back next week. We're working